The titration of HCl versus Na2CO3. HCl versus Na2CO3. HCl is taken in the diuretic. HCl is taken in the diuretic. Then sodium carbonate is taken in the conical flask. 20 ml of Na2CO3 is taken in the conical flask. Just you are adding 2 drops of methyl orange. The contents of color changes to pale yellow when it is titrated with an acid. Titrated with an acid. 0.1 normal HCl. 0.1 normal HCl. During the titration, what is happening? Pale yellow color changes to pale yellow color changes to pale pink. A change in the color from pale yellow to pale pink is known to be anemia. It is known to be the anemia. Then we should repeat the titration for getting concurrent readings. Come again. We should repeat the titration. We should repeat the titration to get concurrent readings. To get concurrent readings. That means that again I would like to map up with 0.1 normal HCl. Again I would like to map up with 0.1 normal HCl. Normal is or upper is colored or colorless solution. Right? Simple. 50 ml burette, 50 ml burette. We are mapping with 0.1 normal HCl. Mapping with 0.1 normal HCl. Before doing the titration, we should know about there shouldn't be any air leak, air lock. Simple. There will be any air lock. It's very clear. Okay then we will use a stopper. Stopper should be properly closed. It should be properly closed. So, I would like to get the burette on the burette stand. Okay, easy. Process will be the same. What is the process again? Again you are taking 20 ml of Na2CO3. 20 ml of Na2CO3. It should be taken along with the pipette. 20 ml of base in the conical flask. 20 ml of base in the conical flask. Add only 2-3 drops of methyl orange indicator. Initial color is pale yellow. We should do the titration with the acid. Pale yellow color changes to pale pink is known to be alcohol. Then, simple. Then what is about the calculation? We are estimating hydrochloric acid concentration. This isn't careful. We are estimating hydrochloric acid concentration. So this value should be question mark. The value should be question mark. Now this value is unknown. It is known to be that unknown. Simple. M1 V1 is equals to M2 V2. N1 V1 is equals to N2 V2. N1 normality of Na2CO3 0.1. Normality of Na2CO3 0.1. V1 volume of sodium carbonate 20 ml. Volume of sodium carbonate 20 ml. N2 normality of HCl. Normality of HCl question mark. Normality of HCl question mark. V2 volume of HCl consumed during the titration. Volume of HCl run down in the titration. The value is 19.7. Now, N1 V1 is equals to N2 V2. N2 is equals to N1 V1 by V2. N1 is nothing but 0.1. V1 20 ml. 0.1 into 20 divided by 19.7. So we are getting the normality of hydrochloric acid. Then we get the question mark. We should require the amount. Normality should be converting into an amount. Normality value should be converting into an amount. Then now we are finding the result. What is that result? What is the result? Amount of hydrochloric acid present in the 100 ml solution. Amount of hydrochloric acid present in the 100 ml of solution. Amount of hydrochloric acid present in the 100 ml of unknown solution is equals to normality value, N2 value, normality of HCl into gram equivalent weight of HCl. Gram equivalent of HCl is equals to 36.5 divided by 1. Acid, basicity, base acidity. Normality of HCl is equals to gram molecular weight of HCl divided by basicity. Gram molecular weight of HCl is equals to 36.5 by acid. Basicity value is equals to 1. Is equals to 1. 36.5 divided by 1. So gram equivalent weight of HCl. Gram equivalent weight of HCl is equals to 36.5. So we are finding the amount. Come again. Result. The amount of HCl. The amount of HCl present in the 100 ml of given solution. 100 ml of given solution is equals to normality value N2 into 36.5 gram equivalent weight of HCl whole divided by 10. Now the resultant value in the form of gram per 100 ml. Gram per 100 ml. So we are finding the amount of hydrochloric acid, right? Then the amount of the hydrochloric acid present in the amount of the hydrochloric acid present in the given 100 ml of unknown solution. Given 100 ml of unknown solution is determined or estimated. Is determined or estimated by using acid-base titration. By using acid-base titration and by using 0.1 normal known concentration of Na2CO3. By using 0.1 normal known concentration of Na2CO3. It's all about the acid-base titration. Simple. Why we are taking acid in the beginning? Why shouldn't we take a base? Simple logic. We can take acid versus base and base versus acid. But there should be one reason. Now when we are taking acid in the conical flask, along with the pipette, there will be a possibility some of an acid enters to a human body. Right? That is only one reason. Even the slight amount of an acid, the slight concentration of acid, that may affect to the human body. It may create some acidic nature. That is the only one reason. Okay? In a human body, acidic nature is always harmful. Acids is always harmful, right? Then the base containing a slight harmful nature when compared with an acid. Is it clear or not? That's the only one reason. We can do the titration acid versus base. That is the same titration should be repeated. Base versus acid. We can take base in the urine. We can take acid in the conical flask. But why we have not taken like this? The only one reason there is. When you are taking an acid, that might be 1 normality, 0.1 normality, or even the 1 normality, 0.1 normality is diluted. They are not to be diluted. Even though they have the less concentration, acids are not advisable to take along with the pipette. I'm repeating. Acid solution or acidic solutions is not advisable to take along with the pipette. It's only one reason. So you are taking acid in the urine. You are taking acid in the urine. Just for taking the base in the conical flask. Simply titration. Acid with the base. Acid plus base. Acid plus base. Gives rise to salt plus water. Gives rise to salt plus water. The titration what we are saying is neutralization titration. Simple. It is going to be the neutralization titration. Clear? Thank you.